Hi, my name's John Kane from Third Dimension. We manufacture the gap gun, and I'm going to show you today a quick overview of what it's capable of doing. And the gap gun is a handheld optical measurement system that's designed to measure various features on the edges of things, so things like gaps, steps, radius, even things like scratches and chamfers. The way it works is that I use a certain type of measurement tool, a software tool, which will report back dimensions to me. It projects a laser across the surface. It sees that laser, collects up a series of images and comes back and tells me what the dimensions are. So I've got a small sample part here which hopefully will help explain this. So for instance, I could measure a gap and a step. So you can see here we have a gap and a step. So on the screen I can choose a tool for doing this. You'll see the laser stripe is projected across the surface, and as I move in, some green lights will tell me that I'm in a good position. When I am, it will collect the information and it will come back and it will report back my dimensions. I can see a cross section of what's been measured, and it's reporting back my values here. So it tells me what the size of a gap is, what the size of the flush is. You can see here on my sample part that I have the writing gap gun. Now this is designed to show that there's some surface imperfection here, but it's able to completely ignore that and still measure accurately. You'll also notice that I measured with no contact whatsoever, so there's nothing touching the surface, nothing needs to come in contact with it. If I'm measuring on a regular and continual basis, for instance in a production line, I could use these small standoffs which basically plug in. They don't make any difference to accuracy, but they're there for operator comfort in high use environments. I can also do things like measure, for example, the radius of this pen by using a different tool. So if I choose a radius tool, again, the laser is projected across the surface and it comes back and reports back the size of the radius. Now, taking a one-off measurement is very useful, but what's more useful is to have an inspection routine. So if I have something like this part, for example, and I want to give the system to someone on the shop floor, I can just give them a set of pictorial instructions and they don't have to worry about the way I should be measuring. So I can choose some instructions for this, and it will simply show me a picture of what I should be measuring. And it will guide me through this process. So if I choose one of those points, it shows me to measure across the surface, so I'll measure again. And line up with the surface. Process it. It will record the information and move on to the next point. Once I reach the end of my instruction routine, I can then store the information permanently. It will be stored inside the system until the point that I download it. So all I need to do is take a normal USB stick, plug it into the USB port, and then I can simply say USB, and it will store it on there for me. Similarly, I can download results or instructions from other systems as well. I can also attach a wireless transmitter to it and transmit my information in real time, which is very useful if I'm in a production environment. And that's basically a brief overview of what the system will do. It's able to measure lots of different things. So for instance, built into the system, I have angle measurement, gap and step measurement, radius measurement, rivet measurement, seal and weld measurement, and I can also attach to a computer and measure even more things. So I could measure the depth of scratches, break edges. I could even manually measure things on the screen that way. As long as you can see the red stripe, then you can measure it quite easily. Third Dimension is based in the UK, and their gap gun systems are used all over the world. The majority of major automotive and aerospace companies worldwide use the system.
HS&S is the premier machine tool and metrology sales, training, and service center in the heart of Silicon Valley. If you would like more information about this or any of our other products and services, please visit our website at www.hsands.com or contact us to discuss your needs. Sign up on our Facebook or Twitter feeds for the latest products, sales, seminars, and events.